All right, joining us with more, Deputy Chief for Policy and Homeland Security Advisor Steve. The look on his face is priceless. No wonder they really don't want you on. He can't hold back his disdain for you. It is ratings gold for us. Thank you very much for doing that.
Well, first of all, thank you, Sean, for leading the month-long effort to end the CNN boycott of yours truly. And so very fittingly, and it wasn't planned this way, but the boycott ended today, and I'm here tonight in the aftermath of the first CNN interview in which I think we can safely say that Jake Tapper didn't have what he needed to handle my responses.
I would say that's the case. All right, you are being considered for a more elevated role in managing the post-Maduro Venezuela. The president did say that we've got to create a stable country before, obviously, there would be elections and a new leader, correct?
Well, one of the lessons we've learned from history, Sean, is that the priority in the aftermath of any kind of change in government in a country, particularly one with a challenging recent past, is stability. So the president very wisely is understanding, and he spoke very eloquently and movingly at the recent press conference at Mar-a-Lago about the bright future awaiting the Venezuelan people. And so his priority right now is on security, prosperity, stability. So he is working round the clock to get Venezuela's oil industry up and running to where it needs to be in a way that only America, and this is very important, only the United States, with our technology, our platforms, our resources can provide. That will bring security to our hemisphere, security to America. It will lower the price of gas, it will lower the price of oil, but it will bring an incredibly bright, predictable, stable future to the people of Venezuela. And so I think it's really exciting when you think about the fact that if we can just deliver this interim period of security and stability, that the citizens of Venezuela are looking at a future that a short time ago they could scarcely imagine, Sean.
A lot of people don't know that it was American companies that built out the oil infrastructure going back to the 1920s in Venezuela, and then it was seized by the state, and at that point they basically stole all of that money from American companies and Americans there, right?
Yes, in fact, it was probably the greatest material theft that had ever been committed against the United States of America in terms of its raw dollar and financial value. Venezuela has the largest proven oil reserve in the world. Just hours away from the United States of America, the largest proven oil reserve in the world. And up until recently, that oil reserve was exploited by our adversaries to fund their ambitions, to fund their militaries, to fund their terrorism. And the United States, of course, lost its resources, its wealth, its property. As you pointed out, we discovered the oil. We created the technology to extract the oil, we invested in the platforms, and we built the refineries to process that heavy crude in a way that, again, only America has that expertise that we shared. And so that historic injustice has been reversed, and just as importantly, our adversaries no longer have the ability to use Venezuela to export terrorism around the globe. Then the Maduro regime no longer has the ability to send terrorists, cartels, gang members, and drugs into our country, saving ultimately, Sean, hundreds of thousands of American lives through what we can all agree has been a military masterclass under President Trump's leadership.
Are you taking on a bigger role, and what do you imagine in terms of leadership down the road for the Venezuelan people?
Well, as far as my own role, it's the same as always been. I serve the president, I implement his agenda, and I implement whatever he asks me to do. And right now, we are all working together as a team on behalf of our genius president to make sure Venezuela is stable and secure and make sure America has access to the resources it needs to secure the future for itself.
All right, Stephen Miller, please go on CNN as often as you can. It might be another 3 months before they invite you back. I'm just guessing.
Probably so. Thank you, Sean.
All right, we appreciate it. Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.